Hi team, welcome to the Edupedia world. In this tutorial, we were covering constructors in Java. So far, we have covered what are constructors, we have covered type of constructors, parameterized constructors. We have already seen and done some of the examples of initializing the constructor. We have read about copy constructors and we have also seen the difference between constructor and method. From this tutorial, we'll start looking at some of the really important points on constructor. Fine. So the first point we are going to discuss over here are constructor must have a matching argument constructor. So at this point, I think I should prove you by doing a code example. Fine. So let's begin. Okay guys, so this is a product class, fine, and I'm having two constructor in that. One is a default constructor and one is a argument constructor, fine. Now let me just comment out this default constructor or no argument constructor that I have created, fine. And let me go to vending machine Ampere. Over here you can see it's perfectly fine. There is no compile time error since I'm creating a object of a product class with argument, fine. Now let's take a scenario where I do have to create an object of product, but I do not want to initialize the value thereon. Maybe I'll get the values from user later on, but I need to create a product as of now just to perform something on that. Okay, so let's try creating another object of product class. The name I'm giving is P1 equals to new product. Fine. You can see it's giving me an error. What it's saying is either it's giving me three things. Either I can create a constructor product that is a default constructor that I have just commented, or it is saying to change this constructor to remove the parameters, which I'm not going to do because I'm creating another object with parameters, and then it's saying me to add or to match, to change the creation of object, which I want also do because I need to create an object without any arguments. I don't need to, initialize anything right now. So you can see over here it's giving us an error because we are not having a constructor with the matching argument in the class product. So it's always necessary to have a constructor with the matching arguments in your class, otherwise it won't allow you. So you cannot create a object like this unless and until you are having a default constructor or a constructor with no argument. Okay, so if I do this, it will work perfectly fine and it will not give us any error. Fine. So this was the thing that point says. Another important point is about the constructor chaining. So constructor chaining is a point of inheritance, and I'll be covering that shortly when we read about the inheritance. As of now, I'm going to skip that point and move forward. Okay guys, so we'll be studying about constructor chaining when we study about inheritance. So skipping that point and coming to the third point. Constructor can use any access modifier including private. So yes, constructor can be private also. A private constructor means only code within a class itself can initiate an object of that type. So if the private constructor class wants to allow an instance of a class to be used, class must provide a static method or a variable that allow access to an instance created from within that class. So in order to explain that point, I'm again going to, show you an example. Okay, so this is like my class, and over here you can see I'm having a public class with public methods and public constructor. Now let me try to, make this thing as private. Or I'm really sorry, actually I need to make the constructor as private firstly. Okay, So as soon I'm making the constructor as private, it's giving me an error in the class itself. It says the method product in type. Okay, yeah, now it's fine because by mistake I have used public also. So I have created a private constructor and it's fine to create a private constructor where you can definitely create a private constructor. But then when you create an object of that, it will give you an error. Why so? Because it's saying me change the visibility of product to public. The reason is firstly, it is a different package and the private constructor can only have a access within the same class. So I can only create the object of product without the parameter. Since I'm having a constructor with parameter as public, but without a parameter, the constructor that I'm having is private. Fine. So I can only create the object of this class within this class. Or the other option I do have is to create another method which will return me the object of this class. So let me try showing you that. Let me create a method get instance, and this method will return you a object of type product. Fine. So add return statement, and let me return new product. What do you think, this will work? Well, you can see in this class I'm creating a object of class product, and as I told you, I can create the object of class product with default or with no arguments within the same class. So it's fine to create the object of product within a product class if its constructor is private. Fine. And this get instance method is actually returning me an object. Now in order to create a object with like not having any parameters, I need to call this method. But to call any method of a class, we need to create an object of this class, and we cannot create an object without argument. So to overcome that, we need to create this method as static. Why? Because static method can be called without creating an object. So now I can directly call this method get instance by using a class name. So you can see I'm not creating a object of this class, rather I'm just calling this method by using the class name, and this will return me an object p1 without initiating any values. So this is how a private constructor can be useful. So whenever you want to, hide your class from creating a new object and you do not want to give a access directly to any other class by creating an object just using a new, so you can do this get instance, and it is highly used in singleton pattern. So what is singleton pattern? Singleton pattern will allow you to create just one and only one object of a class. So right now you can create multiple objects because every time we are doing new product. But if you want to make it singleton, then you need to ensure that every time it returns the same object, not a new object. And how to do that? We'll be studying that when we'll be studying the design patterns. But as of now, this is a way you can go through the singleton. You need to make some more changes to make it actually singleton. But yeah, this is a way how you can create a private constructor and still create a object using a static method and returning and creating an object in that method. So I hope so this point is clear. So let's now move back to the fourth important point. Okay, the fourth point says constructor name must match with the name of the class. So this is something we have already seen. Fine. Then we have constructor must not have a return type. This is also we have seen constructor cannot have a return type because otherwise it will give you an error. Fine. Then we have a point. It's legal but stupid to have a method with same name as a class. But that doesn't make it a constructor. If you see a return type, it's a method rather than a constructor. In fact, you could have both a method and a constructor with the same name, the name of the class in the same class, and that's not be a problem for Java. But be careful, you should not mistake that as a constructor. It is a method. So it is saying that, since I'm having a class product and I'm creating a constructor with the name product, I can also create a method with the name product. But we need to actually see it carefully that it is a method, not a constructor. And how we can determine that? Because a method can or must have a return type, at least a void, but a constructor will not ever have a return type. Fine. So it's saying stupid because, why do you want to do that to create a method with the same name as a constructor? Why do you want to create a confusion for yourself? So it is not recommended, but yeah, it's legal. Fine. So coming to the next point, if you don't type a constructor into your class code, a default constructor will be automatically generated by the compiler. So this is a point we have already seen. When we haven't created any constructor of the class product, we were still able to create its object. Fine. So that is due to the default constructor that is given by compiler. Default constructor is always a no argument constructor. That is a default constructor that compiler gives you will always be a no argument constructor. So actually it won't do anything. It is simply a no argument constructor. Okay. Now, if you want a no argument constructor and you have typed another constructor in your class, the compiler will not provide no argument constructor. So this is also something we have seen. Like in other words, if you typed in a constructor with arguments, you won't have no argument constructor unless you type it yourself. So you have seen like, when we typed the argument constructor in the product class and we were not having a constructor with a default constructor, and when we were trying to create a object without any argument, it was giving us an error. That is because you need to have a default constructor, because if you type the argument constructor, that means your default constructor is overridden. Then you must specify a no argument constructor yourself. So that's a point that you need to remember. Then we have every constructor has its first statement either a call to an overloaded constructor, this, or a call to a superclass constructor, super. Although remember that this call can be inserted by a compiler. Well, this is again a concept related to inheritance because it is saying to overload a constructor. And yeah, I think we should skip this point for right now and we'll be covering that in inheritance section. Okay. If you do type in a constructor as opposed to relying on a compiler generated default constructor, and you do not type to call super or call this, well, again I'm going to skip this point because it is about calling super and this, and again it's related to inheritance. Fine. So well, I'm going to skip the other point also and come to the last point. Let's see what this says. It says no argument constructor is not necessarily the default constructor, although default constructor is always a no argument constructor. The default constructor is one that compiler provides. So don't get confused between no argument constructor and default constructor. So it's not the same thing. Default constructor is what? That your compiler provides. Although the compiler provides the default constructor, it is actually a no argument constructor, but the no argument constructor that you create yourself by typing yourself in your class will not be a default constructor. Fine. So that's what this point is saying. Okay, 4 more to go. You cannot make a call to an instance method or access an instance variable until after super constructor runs. Well, again, related to inheritance, so skipping this one. I'm again skipping the second, again the third and the fourth one, because although these are like really important, but at this moment it will be like really difficult to understand this point until you get the concept of inheritance, interface and abstract classes. Fine. Okay, so fine. The last point says that the only way a constructor can be invoked is from within another constructor. So constructor is not like a method. You cannot call it yourself. There are two ways of actually invoking a constructor. One is when you create an object, and other way is that you cannot actually write any code to just call a constructor. So this is a code that is showing you like there's a class horse and there's a constructor. Then there's a method in that void do stuff, and it is trying to call a constructor from that method, which is illegal. So constructor will only and only be called when we create an object of that constructor. Fine. So yeah, I think we are good. So far in this video, we have seen how to create a private constructor and why do we need a private constructor, and that constructor cannot have a return type, and we can use any access modifier with the constructor. And one more thing I would like to tell you that is constructor cannot be inherited. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's okay if you're not getting that right now. So we'll be covering that again in inheritance also. And yeah, I think we are good. We have also seen the concept of copy constructor, which is a concept of C++, but you can still, send a pass a constructor and an object of that class. Fine, guys. So I think we are good with the constructor part, and let's see you guys in the next video. So thank you very much.